my name is Anna and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you my all-time favorite granola recipe, and I can guarantee you that after you make this recipe, it's going to become your all-time favorite granola recipe as well. The reason I love making granola at home is because I have a hard time finding granola at the store that's not full of sugar, it's not full of stuff. I mean, granola is supposed to be healthy, and if you look at the ingredients in back of your granola, it has so many things that shouldn't be there, and I mean, I don't want to put that in my body, so that's the reason I started making granola long time ago. And I mean, it's very simple and you can make it at home too. I'm going to show you the ingredients we're going to need and we're going to get started. So as far as the ingredients go, you're going to need an assortment of nuts. I like to use almond, cashews, and walnuts, but you can use whichever nuts you have at home, or if you are allergic to nuts, you can actually make this nut-free as well, and it's going to be equally as delicious. You're going to need, of course, some oats, and these are old-fashioned oats. Make sure they are old-fashioned and not the stir-cut oats, because those won't work for this recipe. You're going to need maple syrup, some sunflower seeds. You can also use pepitas. You're going to need raw brown sugar. I also have salt and cinnamon, some coconut chips, but you can use coconut flakes, dried fruit. I have cranberries, coconut oil, and a little tiny bit of vanilla extract. First thing we're gonna do is microwave the coconut oil with the maple syrup. And this is just going to microwave for about 30 seconds. We're going to add our brown sugar in there as well. Let's give it just a little tiny mix. Everything's going to be very nice and combined, which is going to make it easier to pour on top of the oats. And while our oil is in the microwave, we are going to give the nuts a rough chop. I don't like big pieces of nuts in my granola, but if you do, that's fine. You can just leave them as they are. I microwave this for 35 seconds. I'm just going to mix everything together because it does separate once it's in the microwave. And now we're going to add our vanilla extract in there. And you don't have to use vanilla extract, but in my opinion, it's a very nice touch. And our cinnamon and salt are going to go in there as well. Just mix, and this cinnamon, it's going to give it such a beautiful scent and flavor. You guys wouldn't believe it. Okay, so you can see everything's pretty nicely combined. To the oats, we're going to add our nuts, mix it. I'm just mixing it with my hands. I have clean hands, so don't worry. And at this time, you do want to start preheating your oven to 325 degrees, just so it's nice and ready once you're done mixing everything. Okay, I almost forgot. We're going to add our sunflower seeds and give it another mix. We're going to add our liquids. Some of the sugar has melted, some of the sugar has not, and that's going to give it a very pretty texture at the end. So we're going to add this all over. Okay. Put that aside, and we're just going to mix. Okay, we're just going to mix it a tiny bit more. And I can, oh my God, this already smells incredible. And it hasn't even been in the oven. That's how good it is. I'm not even playing. Here I have a baking sheet, and you would normally line it with parchment paper, but this baking sheet is so good. It's non-stick, so nothing really sticks to it, so I'm not gonna add anything to it. But if you have like a regular baking sheet that does tend to stick a little bit, just line it with parchment paper. Okay, we're gonna pour it all onto our baking sheet. Okay, I'm just gonna try to make it as flat as possible. Now this is going to go into our oven for about 15 minutes. We're going to take it out, add our cranberries and our coconut, and it's going to go into the oven again for 10 more minutes until everything gets nice and golden brown. My granola is finally out of the oven. It was there for 15 minutes and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Right now we're going to add the rest of the stuff. We're going to pop it back into the oven and then I'm going to show you the final results. This is what the granola looks like at the moment. You can see it's not really fully crispy yet. It's still cooking a little bit. It's starting to get really nice and sticky. That's exactly what we want. We're going to add our dried cranberries. I'm just gonna mix. So I mixed everything very well. There's a little tip I want to give you guys before we place this into the oven. If you like a loose granola, don't press it down too much because it's going to clump up. I do like mine pretty clumpy, so I'm going to press it down very tightly, and this is going to help create those beautiful clumps. And since we have the sugar, that's really going to help us as well. We're going to place this back into our oven for 10 more minutes until it gets very nice and golden brown, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's done. So my granola is finally out of the oven. It was there for about 12 minutes and I just took it out. I let it come to room temperature and cool down for 30 minutes, and you wanted to let it do that because as it cools down outside of the oven, it's really going to help those sugars clump everything up, and it's going to be very nice and clumpy. If you don't like yours that way, you should just mix it around as soon as it comes out of the oven a little bit so it doesn't get so clumpy, because as you can see, let me get a little piece here. There's pieces that are a little more clumpy than the others. See? Okay, you see, like there's a whole piece of granola, and that's the sugar to help it do that. But there's some pieces that are just very loose, and that's what I like. I don't like very crumbly, but I don't like it very loose either. I just like to have it some pieces. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up. So as you can see, there's some pieces. There's some pieces that are a little more crumbly. It just depends. And this, you guys, this smells glorious. It smells so yummy. Our granola is now completely ready, and we're gonna talk about storage. I like to store my granola in a glass jar with a very tight lid, just like this. I feel like it lasts a lot longer this way. It should last about 2 to 3 weeks. Like I said, we eat this for breakfast, we eat it as snacks, we eat it at all times of the day. It's that good, and you don't feel bad because it doesn't really have a lot of stuff in it. It doesn't have a lot of added sugar, and it's definitely healthier than store-bought granola. And if you do find store-bought granola that's healthy, it's usually very expensive. So this is way cheaper than doing that, and it is so good. And I mean, it's gonna make your house smell incredible. I vouch for that. I really do. This is just what I like to do. I like to put it in here and have it ready for whenever I need it. This is it. This is my all-time favorite granola, and I really do hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your bell so it notifies you every time I post a video. I'm going to be doing that every week, so do expect one every single week. And do remember that the written recipe is on my website, and I left that in the description box down below, so go check that out so you know the exact measurements that you're going to need. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye bye.